Get Haunted, where you are the investigator. Get Haunted. Paranormal Investigations isn't a show. It's your experience. Join this premier paranormal event company for real investigations at some of the nation's most haunted locations. This isn't a tour. This is hands-on. You'll use real equipment, explore active sites, and dive into the unknown. No scripts, no actors, just you, the gear, and whatever's waiting in the dark. Perfect for both first-timers and seasoned ghost hunters. Each event is guided by experienced investigators. But the discoveries, they're yours to make. 2025 is already jam-packed with incredible locations across the nation. Space fills up fast, so make sure to book your tickets now. Dare to get haunted? Find your next investigation at gethaunted.com.
Well, hello everybody. It is Sunday afternoon. To all three of you, hello. Happy after Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday, no matter what it is you did. If you spent it on your own and you enjoyed that piece, good for you. If you made it through family time, good for you. If you had your Friendsgiving, good for you. However you chose to spend it, and even if it wasn't by choice and it's how your day went, I hope you found some good in that day. And today, what we're going to do is maybe kind of harness some of those emotions, some of the stress, the tension that holidays bring with something super easy, which they refer to as art meditation. Hey, there's Carrie Combs. There's my pink hand. Hi. Yeah, so let's kind of talk about this for a second. This is a 22 days of gift exercise. This is super easy, but this particular hey, Patrick Doyle. This particular exercise really is about really just letting it go and letting it flow. And let's talk about this for a second, because we talk about, or we notice that we doodle. You know, when we're doodling, if we're on a phone call, if we're in a meeting, if we're in a class, you know, even if you're doing a show, you know, sometimes our hands, we just have to, right? And what is that? That's our mind, body, and soul telling us that something needs attention, or that we're trying to self-soothe, calm our nerves, right? Or try to get our racing minds to slow down. But oftentimes we don't think about that, right? We're just off to the side doodling. Sometimes they're fantastic pieces of art, and sometimes you're like, what the hell am I doodling? But today really is about harnessing that moment of doodling. It doesn't take expensive art supplies. You can use any paper that you have laying around. But if this is something that you kind of look at and you're like, oh my gosh, I kind of enjoy this, it could be a type of journaling, then, oh, we have a friend. I have somebody here with us. He got it to work. There he is. Hey, Rob.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to put you where you need to be. There he is. Okay, we're talking about doodling.
Doodling. Yeah, I had to put a new camera on, so we'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens. So what you might not know, Rob's an artist. I don't know if anybody knows this, but he's very, very talented artist. But this is not this is not, you don't have to be, you don't have to know how to draw anything. This is not about being any kind of, this is no expectations. This is no goal. This is about letting sort of your mind connect to your hand to sort of slow those wheels down. If you participated in the 22 days of gifts, which was originally named 22-day challenge, the idea is to get those energy centers to all spin in the same direction and to spin all at the same time, right? Calmly, not erratically. And so sometimes what we have going on in our minds, racing minds, right? ADHD, maybe we feel a little manic, maybe our emotions are getting to us, and the holidays certainly can bring that up. So, right. So that's
I say that out loud.
You didn't. No, I didn't hear that. So this is kind of a good way to harness that, and to, what's something we all love to do. I think a lot of people truly love. Is that Amber? Is that who's right there? Hey, girl, if that's you, I don't know. I can't tell if that's your YouTube. Normally, I feel like she comes to us via Facebook. So a lot of us just like to color. Like Rob, I have coloring books. I have a giant. I've kept my daughter's art supplies since I think they've been going to school. Like every year, right? Everybody has to have a box of crayons. Everybody has to have markers and colored pencils. And every year they barely use them.
Me to get crayons, and I'm like, "Fuck, am I getting crayons?"
You don't have to have crayons. You do not. So you can do markers, you can do crayons, you can do colored pencils. If you don't even have that, but you have a black and a red pen, use that. This is really about sort of bringing your focus, your mind. It's a meditation. When we color, it's what happens. We calm down. Your heart rate slows. Everything sort of, so I see we have a lot of fun people here today.
We have fun people here today. I can tell by your profile picture.
Yeah. So, right. So it's just all about bringing things together. So everybody, seriously, this is not paranormal today. This can lead though to paranormal, Rob. I know we've talked about this several times, and I think this is a good lead up to certain things. Automatic writing is one way, and this is a good way to practice this, but that's not what today is about. Today is step one. Today is just let's have a let it go and let it flow moment. So if you're here to be a jackass, you can find your way out. Thank you very much. Because this is my moment. This is my contribution to social media. That isn't being a jackass. So goodbye. And to the rest of you, I didn't boot them, but they can fuck right off. Because that's what we're doing now. With love, I ask you to fuck off. Because this is my moment. This is my 22 days of gift to the people that support us and that we support. So
all right, you're back.
Tell me when I'm back.
Yeah, they should probably spend their time.
So yes,
that actually need some support instead of coming over here.
Oh yeah, there's lots of other groups you can go look at. There's lots of other shows you can watch and give them your little vote of confidence. So yes, this really doesn't require much outside of a piece of paper. But again, I think if this is something that and we're going to have different techniques, but if this is something that you love, I think it'd be interesting to keep, and you could do it in a spiral notebook if you want, really, if you want lined paper, if that's what you have, use it. But it kind of would be cool to keep as a journal, I think, because you can also sort of use this moment for your mind, your body, your soul to kind of tell you what it is needs your attention. I had a moment not that long ago. I had to call Rob. I was like, do you think I'm bipolar? I had a manic moment. I can't talk today. I had a manic moment at Michael's. I went in, I was just getting some ideas. I started filling a cart because we're a society of overconsumption, and it like suddenly dawned on me. It was like everything was on hyper focus. Everybody crowding the aisles, everybody purchasing things that they probably don't really need. Like who says like every year there's a new trend and they say, if you're not doing Christmas, what the trend is, what you're shit, I guess. So, right. I had this weird moment of like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And
she called me and convinced her she wasn't bipolar, which was nice of me.
It was nice of you, but it felt a little bit like a manic moment. It was like I left the car, I walked out, I got myself some Chick-fil-A, and then I was going to try again at Hobby Lobby, and I started to go to the parking lot, and I went, nope, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go home. But we're often caught up in this cycle, right? We get caught up, and the holidays are one of those things, and I see it out there. When we're scrolling on Facebook, and I'm seeing, I feel like please for kindness, everybody having this moment where they're not feeling real good about a situation, or they're alone, or they just want to go to bed and pull the covers over their head. These are all acceptable feelings, but what we don't want to do is we don't want that to become the constant narrative, right? We understand we have to be able to self-soothe, cope, have skills where we can just take a moment and sort of go, okay, yeah, I kind of might feel like shit right now, but it's not going to last forever. It's not the story, it's a chapter. So that's kind of what today is about. And I think often I feel like doodle used to be the thing. We always had a pen in our hands. I don't know, Rob, do you remember like, well, one, when the phones were attached to the wall, so you had to be in one area, wherever you could stretch that cord to is where you were. Right?
Yeah. Well, we, eventually broke down and got like a 30-foot cord. But doodling is pretty much how I got through junior high and
Yeah.
high school, right? Up until about 7th grade or so.
Yeah.
Like I was a good ass student. Definitely a good student. Was in the AT classes. I spent a lot of time trying to do well, and then girls happen and things like that. And I hated school. I did.
Yeah.
For me, it was boring for the most part, except for math and science. I hated history and whatever. But anyway, not that the subjects matter, but
No.
I did naturally find myself, because I would overthink and thinking about it, I'd much rather be, somewhere else, riding my bike, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd go to the doodle, straight to the doodle, and it would.
Yeah. Like how many worksheets did kids have doodles on the side, right? Or, phone books. I can see the phone book, because back in the 70s and 80s, you used a phone book, folks. So I can see that sitting out by the phone, and, whoever was on the call at that point, right? My mom, me, like everybody doodled a flower, a dog, something, or just nothing, right? Or writing a word over and over again, right? This is
I've done that.
yeah. Like this is your overactive mind really asking you to take a moment, right? To calm down, to find focus. And, and I think in today's world, where we have instant satiation of information, I think we're probably worse today than we ever have been. And I feel like what has replaced the doodle is the doom scroll, which is not productive at all.
Correct. It is highly unproductive.
It is.
As you can tell by the hyphen 3 letters, right? That's kind of how that you can tell. With these alt accounts.
Yeah. Well, have fun with that. So we scroll, and that's what we're rewiring our brain. So if you did the 22-day challenge or 22 days of gifts, really what that was about was changing a bad habit. And what we do is you don't get rid of a bad habit, you replace that habit. And what we were trying to replace that with is something more productive and positive, because that is what I rather contribute to social media than, anything else that you see out there as you're doom scrolling. So for those that might be looking for something or need a moment, this is super easy. And Carrie totally grab the coloring book, grab the crayons. I love doing that. I have stacks of coloring books. It is something that sometimes you just have to sit down and go, I've got to do this. I just have to get this out. And it's calming.
You made me do this not too long ago during the 22-day challenge. We both sat and created. I burned probably a good half hour off, and it felt good. It was something other than doom scrolling, right? Watching the shit go by. So when you're in a state of mind, and especially if it's the holidays, or if there's something that has triggered a negative response because you have to spend it with multiple family members, or it's a holiday that's hard, or somebody has passed at this time. If something has triggered you into that state of mind, the last thing you should be doing is going on and seeing the many negative gifts that are dropped off on social media all day long. Here's something else you can do. This is something to get you out of that cycle, because what happens is all you're doing is validating those negative feelings on social media, scrolling, going, yes, see. And then your brain, we are not wired to handle this, folks. Clearly, as you can see on the side, we're not wired to handle this. So I'm going to just do my teeny tiny part. If it helps one person, and even if that is myself or Rob, I'm very happy to do it. Right, Carrie, I love that. Carrie says she likes to color instead of grabbing her phone. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. So I'm just going to give you, like, you can do this however you, there's no right or wrong. This is not about, don't have anything in mind that you want to create. This is not about that. This is about kind of wrangling in those manic thoughts, those negative emotions, that moment where you can't seem to get out of maybe complaining or feeling, I don't know, just feeling self-doubt or not very self-worthy. Like, this is a moment to stop, talk to your mind, body, and soul, listen, and see what happens. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You might just have yourself a nice little picture you might want to frame. Or you might go, you know what, this is kind of a nice thing. I can do this for 10, 15 minutes every day, because it is a form of meditation. Meditation doesn't have to always be so serious. You don't have to sit in a temple. You don't always have to have incense burning. You don't even have to have music playing. And it doesn't always require tears and anger and, asking super serious questions. Sometimes you can just let it go and let it flow. And that's what we're going to do today.
That's what we're going to do.
That's what we're going to do today. So I tried to set up my phone so you guys could see what I was doing, and we're not going to complete a full picture together today. But you'll get an idea. So, just so you guys know, and I didn't want to give you a finished product. I wasn't going to show you any of my finished products because I don't want you to I don't want you to go in trying to replicate. I just want you to see what the steps are to kind of do this particular exercise.
Drawing.
Yeah, well, I hope afterwards everybody does who does this.
I'm quick. I can draw quickly. So,
but it's not the drawing it's the coloring.
I know.
It's the coloring. So again, you can use, any kind of paper. I got watercolor paper in front of me, so that's what I'm going to use.
So I got my papers.
Good, you got your little paper. So you can either use markers, right? So I found these, my girls had these big giant fat markers, so I'm going to use those. But I also have my crayons on. This is just one tiny pack. I have a whole ass plastic bin of them. Here's the problem with crayons, Rob. This is one thing that does not help me in meditation with crayons. I don't like when they're not sharp. The second they're that little round, stubby nub, it drives me insane. And you can go and sharpen them and they're still not the same.
Because you press too hard because you've got to go lightly.
I know. So I'm choosing markers today, folks. I'm going to choose markers today. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to just go ahead and start all of our 22-day exercises. And my suggestion is 3 deep cleansing breaths. And when I say that, it's breathing in through your nose, filling those big, beautiful lungs completely up, and then letting it out through your mouth. 3 times is a great number. And just sort of, okay, we're just going to do this. We're going to just get into the mode. So I'm going to suggest a black marker or a black pen or a pencil, doesn't matter, to kind of be your outline of what you're going to do. Okay. So you're going to face the pad of paper away from you. I don't want you to see what you're doing.
Hold on, you're frozen. Okay.
A little bit like, okay, you tell me when. Okay. So face the paper away from you. I don't want you to see, Rob, what you're doing. Okay. I mean, you're going to kind of see. So just put your pen on. Okay. Here's the whole concept, folks. What you get is what you get, and it's okay. So what I want you to do is just squiggle through the paper and stop.
Okay.
Okay. So any open lines that you have, just go ahead and connect them. So it's one
open lines.
Yeah, like if you have any open space, just kind of connect those.
Not how we did it last time, but okay. I like this.
And there's no right or wrong way. Okay. So now you have your scribble. What you get is what you get.
Okay.
Okay. Now here's what I want you to do. Now, when you're doing this, while I'm not talking to you, right? This is really a good moment to do sort of, I like to play some sort of, I'm big on Buddhist chants. I just like the Om. I like to hear monks say it. So I like to have that going. So what I would say is don't think about this. Don't go, oh, what do I want to do? Don't think about what you want to create. Just pick a color. What intuitively comes to you? What color are you going to start with? Right? So I'm going to start with purple.
I already know what mine is going to be. This is cool.
So now you're just going to pick sections of your scribble that you're going to color. But don't think, just go to where you want to color, right? Fill in with color where you want to.
Okay.
People are probably coming to this going, what the hell is even going on?
This is a little crazy.
It's a little crazy, but guess what?
But I like it. I already like it. Am I allowed to add, or am I only doing what God gave me?
I don't know. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that.
So I connected my open lines. Am I allowed to add more lines, or am I only
not yet? I want you to color in what you're coloring in with one color, and then
Well, I really only have 2 colors.
Okay. Well, however you want to do it. But yes, once you're finished with your colors, Rob, your solid blocking, you can go in and do some linear things. And what I'll do is I will put out there for you guys so art meditation is an actual thing. There is actual science to what art does. The art therapy that is used actually for children with disabilities or adults with disabilities, mental health, like there is a lot of science backed with art. And so when you start going into using lines, linear situations, blocking, all this stuff, colors, there's grounding involved. There's all sorts of cool things that come with art therapy. So your doodling is something that is really, we're born with. Again, that's what I was trying to show with the 22-day challenge. Everything that we do, we just have so much noise and distraction. We forget that we're self-healing. We forget that we can self-help. We forget we have self-coping skills and self-soothing skills. And so what my hope is that 22-day challenge sort of brings you back to some basics. And this art meditation, I'm just kind of giving, some little taster samples of what is out there that you can do. And if this is something that people enjoy, I certainly would love to go deeper into it. For those that just want to be assholes, they'll be out there looking for reasons why this is dumb. And I'm sure there's a great YouTube channel for you somewhere else. But these are simple things that I hope sort of undo some of the things that social media does to your soul, to your brain, to your emotions, to your body physically. We have too many people out there struggling. And I think this is just a moment to be like, I'm not going to struggle now. These markers are so fat that I'm trying my best here to.
I need markers, but this works for me too.
So the cool thing though is, right, like if this is something that you enjoy, you might go out, splurge a little, get yourself some really fun markers, get different colors. I love usually
go to Michael's and then call me.
Yeah, go to Michael's, get overwhelmed, have a manic moment. Go to Staples. Once every so many years, I do love to get the multicolor pack of Sharpies. Oh my God, I love those things. Like they make me so happy. Yeah. And sometimes it's probably a good time to get them because you can probably get them on sale now.
Because it's the end of the year and it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
All right. So I've colored in some blocks here.
Okay.
Do we have to do the whole thing?
So here's what I'm doing, right? So here's my purple. If you feel that's what you want, right, then you're done with purple. And then just intuitively pick another color. Doesn't matter. This is supposed to be not like what do I want to do next? No, this is just you doing something.
I understand. I'm just trying to follow the rules.
I was kind of talking to everybody else.
Oh, sorry.
I know you understand.
Well, I asked the question, so right. I'm almost done with one color here.
Get haunted where we color together. That's really what this is about. Coloring brings the world together, I think.
Color with Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde. Oh yeah, that looks great. I'm getting
So
there.
yeah, so I'm not gonna make everybody wait for me to do this, and we can share our beautiful pieces of artwork at the in the comments.
I'm almost done.
Well, I know you are, but I'm not, and
I
this is
know.
not
But
to
I'm
be rushed.
I'll show mine.
But here's what you're not going to know. This is the piece. So let's just say I'm all done coloring. Okay, let's say I'm all done coloring. You're going to want to go back over and sort of re-outline your.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you need to re-outline your line, your original scribble.
Okay.
Also, what I want you to do is I want you to soften up some of those hard edges.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is sort of round them out.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
It's like you know what I'm talking about, Rob.
I knew what you were gonna do. Can I show mine? Where I'm at
Yeah.
so far. I'll let you finish that part.
I can't really do this way, but
Yeah.
can you like, so what I mean about rounding out, it's kind of like making it kind of look like stained glass a little bit, right? Like
Yeah.
you're sort of rounding out those harsh edges. And then you can, if there's something you don't want to color in, or even if you did color something in, you can go then through and you can just do, lines.
Yeah, texture.
You can, the whole idea, you can even go around your squiggle and you can do lines that way to make it look fuzzy or however you want. There's no right or wrong answer. At the end of what you've done, what you've created, because you're just letting yourself have this moment. You're focused on color, you're focused on line, you're focused on curves, right? This is what you're doing. You're letting your emotions, you're letting your thoughts, you're letting everything kind of slow down. You might even feel yourself relax a little bit more. Your shoulders kind of tend to go down as you're working. Rob, do you feel that way when you're creating something, either painting or
Until I get mad for making a mistake. If I'm trying to make something cool and it looks really good, then I mess it up, then my shoulders come back.
So that's what this is not supposed to be. This
I
is not
know.
going to be a mess up piece of art. This is just, you get what you get. This is about allowing yourself to pick color, to pick flow, to see it. And then you can ask yourself at the very end, when you're done with your piece of beautiful art that you've just created intuitively, you're going to ask yourself this one question. Like once you've looked at it, you're done, take a nice deep breath and ask yourself, what is that word that comes to mind? Don't think about it. Just let that word come. Could be anything. It could be, I don't even know, like, because I'm not in the moment doing this, but it could be anything. It could be relax. It could be organize. It could be cut yourself some slack. It could be all sorts of things, and write it down on the side of that little, if you have any space that you've done, write down what it is, that one word that your mind, body, and soul is wanting you to hear for that moment, because you've maybe it will be.
All right.
Can I see what you've created?
You want to see where I'm at so far?
I do want to see where you're at so far.
All right, here we go.
Wow, that's what you doodled, huh? That is insane.
No, this is where I'm at so far.
Oh, that's cool. Why does your doodle look like something?
I don't know, but when I was done with my squiggle, I'm like, God, that looks like a pitcher pouring out water or something.
It does. Isn't that interesting too? So this is why, this does have the 22 days, really does. It's twofold, right? We've talked about this because a lot of people might wonder, like, why is this even on a paranormal channel, or what are you guys talking about? But the reality is we are not in touch with ourselves enough, I believe, in order to be in touch with another realm, another side, what's going on, right, with universe, experiences. And so these exercises, tuning us back into ourselves, which again, I do believe we've been born to connect with those before us and those after us. So this is a moment to quiet the noise. And I think this is going to be a really good segue, Rob, into automatic writing, automatic messages. You
I
know,
do
this
too.
is the
I mean,
original.
you're just
This is,
letting it flow. You're just letting it flow. And I did not, literally did not. Once the squiggle was done, first thing when I said, I think I know what this is going to look like,
yeah,
I saw it right away.
yeah.
A picture.
It's cool. I think it's a cool exercise. I will be sure to give you guys all the information you need on sort of where the science is on this, what this is really about. But,
God damn it.
you know, I think it is about taking control. And I thought about this too, you know, as I was getting ready to do art meditation. You know, it's interesting because when we talk about the real world, our living life, our daily life, we often hear people talk about, you know, what life throws at you. You know, we've heard this term, right? This sort of saying, you know, oh, life throws things at you. And it does often determine how your day or weeks can go, right? Like life happens and unexpected things happen, and it can change the course of your emotions and you know, how you deal with things. And when you really think about when people do tarot or oracle reading, you know, it is what life is throwing at you. These things are not often, they might not always feel like divine timing, but these things are often placed in our, I believe, our path, in our orbit, for reason, to teach us certain lessons. And if you don't take those up, you know, if you don't take people up on those lessons or universe up on those lessons, you kind of get stuck, I think, in these weird cycles. So throwing a tarot card or doing a random squiggle could really give you some messages or some answers that you have been trying to tell yourself for quite a long time.
I love it.
Yeah. So I'm excited. If you are going to do this, we're going to give those. I know some people couldn't make today's live. I can't believe you like actually created something. Like
You didn't mean to.
mine looks like a 1984 piece of, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but hold it back up. I'm starting to see something.
Are you?
You had it the other way, actually. Flip it.
This way?
Yeah.
And it's really not supposed to be anything.
I understand, but I'm seeing something in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see
I mean,
what you end up with.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because
What
I
end up
see something there. This
So
for me was pretty damn cool. But it just jumped right out right away.
it did. It jumped right out. So again, the key is, and I'll give full instructions again, make sure the paper is away from you. Obviously, I could kind of see what I was doing, but keep the paper away from you. Do a scribble, stop it, and where you are is where you are. Make sure any open lines, just connect them. Just connect them so you're one solid image. And then just allow yourself to color in those spots. You can use lines, you can use squiggles, you can color, you know, black color, however you need to do it, whatever feels right to you. But give yourself that moment. Set yourself up in a room, set yourself up with a hot cup of tea or cocoa. Play that music. But I will ask this. Don't multitask. Don't look at social media and do this exercise. You know, we're on social media together doing it right now, but this exercise is not meant to be like, oh, well, I'm scrolling, I'm going to do. No, stop for a moment. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 15 minutes. It could turn into an hour, however you need it to be, but don't multitask. Give yourself this moment to really tap in, let it flow, and then let it go, whatever you've got going on. And I think after the holidays, and especially this block of holidays, this is a tough one for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a tough time of year. Now, you know, that whole first squiggle, right?
Yeah.
As you call it.
Mhm.
If you remember in the remote viewing course,
Yeah.
right? That is the first thing you do technically in remote viewing government style.
Yeah.
That first squiggle is your download. That's your cue. I can't remember the friggin' title of that. I know.
It's not download?
It's a download, but there's an actual word for it. It's not an archetype. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
That's right.
and then, you know, when you do break concentration, However, in remote viewing, you're supposed to take your pen and put it back on that, right? And that'll kind of refresh your
Yeah.
download. So that first squiggle may be right your download. What are you supposed to learn today? What are you supposed to map out? So there's some weird parallels here.
Yeah, and I can make sure everybody, you know, has some information on what art therapy is. You know, the reality is, you know, art itself, it can drive you mad, you know, but that is when you're trying to create this perfect something. This is not about perfection. This is about allowing yourself to not be perfect for a moment, to not have a goal or an expectation. A goal is fine. An expectation. The goal is to connect with yourself, but the expectation of the art itself is just to do it. And that is, I'm always a big cheerleader for anybody who doesn't matter. Ideogram. That's it. Gosh, that was
Ideogram.
That was going to drive me crazy. There's Ryan.
Was it his birthday recently, or do I have that backwards? Or do I have that wrong? I don't know.
I don't know, but congratulations to Ryan. Did you see his post? Ryan has lost 100 pounds. He has worked, and that good job, Ryan. That is not an easy feat. And congratulations to you. So whatever your goal is, we are here to cheer you on. Keep at it, and maybe add some art therapy to your day too. I don't know. Maybe you need it.
Good to see Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw his post today. Actually, I don't think it's his birthday.
No, I don't think it's his birthday.
Well, maybe it is.
Maybe it is. There's Jay. Hey, Jay. We're doing art therapy, Jay. So get those markers out and a piece of paper.
Therapeutic drawings.
Yeah. Everybody's like, I don't know if I like this because I did it on Get Haunted.
You did. I know. They're like, what's happening to these cult leaders? You did it moments after I posted some hardcore rap.
Oh, I didn't know that. That
December 7th. Yeah, I knew it. I'm close. Your goal is to be between 165 and 175. That's my IQ, just so you know. 165. I'm like one of the leading minds in the country.
Yeah. You can tell by your doodle.
You can tell. My doodle says it all.
So let's bring the doodle back, you know, in that, you know, that's also maybe a good cue when you're sitting around and you're feeling like I'm bored or I'm pissy, I'm going to get on Facebook. Instead of scrolling the doom scroll, maybe get that piece of paper out, get those art mediums out, crayons, colored pencils, markers, and you know, you know what? You can finger paint, Jay, whatever you want to do. You know, hey, Sandy. But maybe instead of scrolling, like you could give up 20 minutes of a scroll a day, and turn it into art therapy and see if it changes anything, because everything we're doing right now, it rewires your brain. And how are we rewiring our brain? We have some thoughts on that, and we're actually going to do a show about.
If you need your brain rewired, we're going to offer a service. You can find it out on our website for $19.99.
No, but
insurance and waiver.
No, we are
I'll rewire that motherfucker for you right here.
We are though. We are going to do a show on just some of the outcome of what we're seeing with social media platforms and what's happening with each of us, and what road is this the right road? Is this the right path that we're really going on? So I'm just gonna, every time I kind of have these realizations, it's like I'm gonna put out what I think is more positive. So you like it or you don't like it, it's okay. That's right. But wait,
there's only like 4 more pages on the internet that you can go look at.
Yeah.
You fucking motherfuckers. I'm gonna have to go doodle a little bit more.
Yeah, you're gonna need to doodle a lot more.
Doodling. I'm gonna get spray paint. Ryan made art in the snow. I do that too, Ryan.
Ryan, come on. But yes, spray, like, wouldn't that be great? Like, you could probably do some really cool art therapy, and that's probably little bit what it is if you think about it. But again, let's get those doodles. Instead of scrolling, maybe doodle something. Ask yourself, and maybe ask yourself that question as you begin the project, the art therapy, the art meditation. What is it that I need to know? What is it I need to hear that my mind, body, and soul is asking of me? This is just one way to do it. I have a couple other suggestions for you. So you're going to see this periodically. It's not going to be 22 days in a row, but that first 22-day challenge has come and gone. And so now we're going to add some exercises as we go. And it could, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what 2026 brings. This could be something that Paranormally Blonde adds to your repertoire. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
No, I say we do.
Yeah. Look at that. 2 and 2. Everybody's like, screw this. This is not what we want.
Sunday. They're all busy recovering from, well, I was sick until this morning. Leo's finally better. He was super sick all night, all day. I really was worried. I'm like, this boy's he's gonna have to go to the doctor here. But
you do have to be careful with pancreatitis, with dogs eating people food. It can cause that, and it is not a fun thing for a doggy.
Yeah,
and
he was a fucking mess all night. I could tell he wasn't himself. He wouldn't move. No, there was a point he wouldn't jump off the couch.
Yeah.
Probably because his belly was hurting. And then I had to carry him downstairs to pee. So I'm like, well.
Yeah, that's why you have to be very careful what you feed dogs.
Yeah. So I left the door open all night.
Yeah.
But he didn't leave.
Aw, poor doggy, but he's feeling better now.
Morning, he's old Leo, so he's good. He must have got it out of his system.
He worked the turkey through, as Homer Simpson would say.
That boy had some turkey.
All right.
He had some horseradish cheese, which was
that.
fun.
Why are you doing that?
I didn't do it. Tom did it.
Okay, yeah, that's not a good thing.
Okay.
No. No. I'm going to give you a list of what that dog cannot eat.
Yeah, it's called just dog food is what he needs to eat. I understand.
Yeah. And he eats like human grade, amazing food.
He had a 42-ounce ribeye the other night. Bone in.
Yeah. That's all right.
I'm joking.
Good. Yes. So I will put some step-by-steps if anybody is interested in this. I would just say, even if you think you're not, just give it a try and see what happens. You might be pleasantly surprised. You never know.
Just don't let other people see you doing it.
No, I am out here cheering for you to take your power back, to listen to what your mind, body, and soul is telling you, and for you to be the best you can be. So, okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and let you get back to recuperating from your first part of the 2025 major holidays, if you celebrate them, and to those out there that are feeling a little down or alone, please know you're not. There's always somebody here to reach out. Also, don't forget, we do have battle buddies, that you can find that on social media. If you have to scroll, there are good places you can go. You don't have to. You don't have to see just the crap out there. You can see the good stuff too. So yeah, with that, I hope if you do this, that I get to see what you created, if you feel so drawn to do so. I will share mine, and if not, it's okay.
Is it supposed to, is it just done when it's done? Or are we supposed to fill the page? Like, how's this?
So here's the thing, and it depends, right? Because some people might fill with their scribble. They might fill a whole page, or they might just fill a little section. And that might be very telling. And if you do move on with this kind of meditation, and that's why it does become a little bit journalistic, right? You might actually see a progression of something. You might see a story unfold. So no, if you want, on those sections that there isn't anything, write yourself a if you're feeling something as you're doing it, write that down, because this is all supposed to be part of your meditation, which most times at the end of the 22-day challenge exercises was something that I would ask you to do. What was something that came to mind? What was the one thing that came to mind? Well, hello, Diane. How are you? I hope you're feeling good.
Dogs can't eat grapes.
No.
Fuck.
But they can eat dark chocolate, not milk chocolate.
No, wrong.
No.
It's the other way around.
No, it's not.
Sarah.
It's not. They can eat dark chocolate.
Hold on. Let's go to Google. Can dogs have dark or milk chocolate? Telling me Google. No, according to Google, they they can't have either.
Well, I actually know somebody in the business,
Oh yeah, okay.
and dark chocolate is, well, I mean, listen, you shouldn't be giving them dark.
In the other way around.
No.
You have to be right because you're putting this out there on the internet, and I want to know.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find out. Hold on one second.
Please, nobody listen.
Okay, let's see.
God, here we go. I'm searching. Chocolate has the highest theobromine content. Type of chocolate. Dark chocolate, even 1 ounce can be dangerous for small dogs. Milk chocolate, a few ounces can still cause some problems. So, based on what I'm reading, it's milk chocolate. If your dog's gonna eat chocolate, it better be milk, and it can't be a lot. It cannot be dark chocolate. But
We're gonna find out for sure.
yeah, you better put a piece. So
Just because Google said it, you think that's right? Like, because there's not any misinformation on the internet. Okay,
listen, bro. But the last time we talked, you said it was milk that was okay.
did I?
Yes.
I will get that information
Please
corrected.
make a post. Nobody. This show is not. We're not veterinarians.
Oh, we're not vets, not at all.
Dog doctors. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. So
I'm just
don't let your
coloring.
dog eat any chocolate
Well, I'll find out for
or
sure.
hot cocoa, anything.
Yeah,
Just let them eat dog food and water.
yeah. Google is not always right. Sorry. There's lots of misinformation out there. All right. So with that, I guess we should probably let everybody go and color. So go color. And Brittany, you enjoy Brittany's going to need art therapy after her third family Thanksgiving. She's like, you're going to need a moment to unwind. So that's what this is going to be all about.
Ryan's saying a little chocolate won't hurt. And I agree, up to 1 ounce on dark and then a few ounces on milk, but none of it should happen. Okay. None of it. Everybody stop talking about chocolate. Leave it to your kids and you, period.
Leave it to you. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Leave it to you. All right. So with that art therapy, let's rewire those brains. Let's let it flow, let it go. Ease those crazy manic thoughts that you're having when you're feeling overwhelmed. Let's get something else other than the doom scroll going. It's time for some art therapy, some art meditation. That's how that's going to go. Look for those posts coming up this afternoon. Ryan just keeps going, Reese's is good. So so with that, you guys have a fantastic Sunday. If you're going back to work tomorrow, get a good sleep, drink your water, drive safe. If you're in the snow, please take care of how you're driving out there. Be kind to those that are just learning to drive in the snow. There's many of those.
If you live near Ryan, don't eat any snow.
That's right. Don't eat any snow. So with that, folks, thank you so much for your time. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and we will see you later.
All two of you.
All two of you.